Time Warner Cable. It's the obvious choice, people.
The NFL on WDRB is sponsored locally by Bob Swope Ford in Elizabethtown.
Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson has dominated the UFC flyweight division with 8 successful title defenses and now awaits the winner of this season of The Ultimate Fighter. 16 seeded champions from promotions all over the world are coached by former flyweight title challengers Joseph Benavidez and Henry Cejudo in a single elimination tournament to determine who will fight Johnson for the UFC flyweight world title. It's a special edition of The Ultimate Fighter following football here on Fox.
Gotham, all new tomorrow on Fox.
Save big at John Jones Auto Group. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months on select 2016 Jeep Grand Cherokees in stock during the Jeep Celebration event. Or get 20% off MSRP cash allowance on select 2016 Ram 1500 models in stock during Ram Power Days. The fun of Jeep, the power of Ram. More vehicles, more events, more ways to save. It's no wonder our customers keep coming back for more. John Jones Auto Group. You see so many because they paid so little.
Ben, Lucius, and Cookie, you and me against this crazy... Excuse my interruption?
Fox Wednesdays.
That man was being so polite.
I don't trust polite people, stupid.
Empire returns to its glorious over-the-top form.
He is fine. So clean shaven, slick talking, acting all holier than thou. Get out of here.
Only other person I ever seen her go off on like that is you.
Empire, Wednesday on Fox.
After 162 games, the only thing that matters now is October.
He's ready for football.
I got a big old bag of warm meat in the bathroom sink.
Are you ready for Son of Zorn?
That's okay. I'm kind of trying to cut back on warm sink meat.
All right, well, I got some cold stuff in the toilet.
Son of Zorn premieres tonight after The Simpsons on Fox.
Big offensive first half for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. 4 touchdowns and a field goal and a 31-10 halftime lead.
How was your first day back?
Uneventful.
Lethal Weapon, Wednesday before Empire on Fox.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Take on sudden stops in Nissan Sentra, Altima, and Maxima with intelligent safety shield technologies. Get to your local Nissan store today for a low $189 per month lease on Altima, or lease Sentra just $149 per month.
Shouldn't you have a checking account that makes your life easier? Introducing Easy Checking from Republic Bank. Relax with no minimum balance or monthly maintenance fee. Remembering your password is as easy as scanning your fingerprint or eye using iPrint ID. And every Easy Checking account comes with a chip-enabled MasterCard debit card for easy access to your money at over 85,000 surcharge-free ATMs worldwide. Easy Checking for your hard-earned money. We're Republic Bank, and it's just easier here.
Have you noticed? New Swope stores are popping up everywhere along the Swope Miracle Mile in Elizabethtown, like the all-new Swope Nissan, with state-of-the-art express service just steps away from the amazing Swope Cars of Yesteryear Museum.
Right now, get 0% for 72 months and no payments for 90 days on any 2016 Altima.
Swope Nissan is just 35 minutes south of Louisville and convenient to everyone in central Kentucky. Swope, the only name you need for everything automotive.
Come on, time to get up.
What for?
Come on, let's go. Okay, come on, guys. Time to go. Go to work.
Oh, Steve, I totally would, but I don't want to.
Come on, Golden Girl. Showtime. Come on, guys.
Put your lucky numbers to work with Pick 3 and Pick 4 from the Kentucky Lottery. Because if they work hard, you could play hard with big cash prizes drawn twice daily.
Hey, Steve, sorry I ate all your chips.
The NFL on WDRB is sponsored locally by Bob Swope Ford in Elizabethtown.
With every pass, every kickoff, every run back, with every single down, you feel it. Your heart rate accelerates. Blood vessels dilate. Your breathing speeds up. Pupils enlarge. Claim your place in the jungle, because it's not the same if you're not at the game.
Today's excitement brought to you by the new Nissan Titan and the new look Green Bay Packer offense here in the first half.
And they're loving it because Aaron Rodgers back in form, and this offense is purring. Look at the touchdown passes, and look at the variety of the people who caught them. He spread it around and spread it well.
That was today's excitement brought to you by the new Nissan Titan. Alongside Charles Davis, Peter Schrager, and our entire crew, Tom Brenneman back at Lambeau Field, the home opener today for the Green Bay Packers. And, you know, a lot of their fans, Charles, were wondering, is this offense going to be something we're so used to seeing since Aaron Rodgers became the starter in 2008? And the answer is so far, yes, it has been.
All Aaron Rodgers kept saying, Mike McCarthy, the head coach, let's not overreact. We've been in this spot before. I think, 3 out of the last 4 seasons, they've started the season 1-2 and gone to the playoffs and won division titles. Aaron Rodgers said, don't overreact. We know what the flaws are. We're working to correct them. Well, I thought the flaws were mainly they were getting Aaron Rodgers out of the pocket so much as opposed to the timing stuff. They got back to their West Coast roots in the first half.
They take a look at the first half. Rodgers, the 4 touchdowns. He had 3 the first 2 games combined. Jordy Nelson, already 100 yards receiving and a pair of touchdowns in the game. And Marvin Jones Jr., his first touchdown as a Lion, and back-to-back 100-yard receiving games. But, you know, you get the feeling, granted we have an entire half to go here, Charles Davis, but if there's ever a time the Lions need a touchdown, and you always want a touchdown, but when you're down 31-10 right now is when you need to get it.
And that would allow them to stack touchdowns back-to-back. The big play by Marvin Jones right before the half made it 31-10. They go down and get a touchdown here. They're back into this game.
Round ball, if you will, to Dwayne Washington. The rookie is sent back there to return kicks here in the second half, and he's up to the 24-yard line. Let's check in downstairs with Peter Schrager.
Hey, Tom, I asked Jim Caldwell, when Aaron Rodgers is dialed in like this, what do you tell your team? He said, we got to mix it up. We got to do some different things on defense. We said, hey, we scored at the end of the half. We get the ball now. We can do this. And as far as Mike McCarthy, he was concerned about the injuries. You know, they're without now Demarius Randall, also Jared Cook, and then Aaron Ripkowski, the fullback, he's questionable as well.
Wow, the injuries just pile up. Both of these teams are dealing with them. Ripkowski doesn't sound like much, but if you want to run the football, get Eddie Lacy some I formation runs, Ripkowski's your lead fullback. He's no longer there. So a number of injuries hurting both teams.
All right, so here we go. Stafford, first down throw, wide open again. It is Marvin Jones, and that was a tackle away by Micah Hyde from being another lengthy touchdown to Marvin Jones Jr.
Well-conceived route, because watch Anquan Boldin. He goes in here and draws people with him. And you see how the corner goes to Anquan Boldin and doesn't sink deep on Marvin Jones. And Jones is right on the sideline. That's a well-thrown football by Matthew Stafford.
Well, they start in a hurry-up mode, do the Lions, in the second stanza, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Hand off to Theo Riddick, and that is by far his best run of the day. He had 5 rushing attempts for -10 yards the first 5 times he touched it.
And when he gets a little bit of space, he has a great ability to make people miss. Remember, he came out of Notre Dame as a combo running back wide receiver. Played both while he was in school there. They made him a full-time runner here in the NFL. But his forte still is catching passes, getting into the open field, and making people miss to create big gains.
And speaking of forte, only Matt has more receptions as a running back than does Riddick over the last 3 years in the NFL. Very close to a first down. Needed to get to the 44. Looked like, well, on that spot, inches short, it looks like.
And you don't see the move for Dwayne Washington to come into the game. Riddick stays in the ball game as their lone runner.
Well, you wonder if Stafford just take it here. Well, looks like McCarthy's backing up in a shotgun on 3rd and a foot. They get the first down.
And they ran it over their power side, if you would say that. I think they've got a very powerful offensive line, at least the makings of one. But you get over here with Larry Warford, 75, Riley Reef, number 71. And Warford is just a road grader at guard. When he is fully healthy, he's one of the best guards in the league.
I mean, this offensive line now, you have 3 first-round picks and 2 third-round picks. You know, Tomlinson has been off to the slow start so far this season, but they're very pleased with Decker, the rookie tackle out of Ohio State. There's a completion. And the first catch today for Boldin, and that's inside the 35 to the 33-yard line for Anquan Boldin. One of the great pros of all time.
I love the word you just used, pros. I mean, this is a guy who's going to come out and put the work in each and every day, put in extra. They talked about him coming to his new team and taking mental reps on every snap. If he wasn't in, he essayed what they were doing on that play in order to learn the offense quicker.
What a career it has been for Anquan Boldin, his 14th season out of Florida State. Riddick met behind the line of scrimmage, bounces off a tackle, a real nice cutback, and picks up first down yardage inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line.
I think Nick Barnett thought that when he hit him, that would just take him down. Watch Barnett. You got to bring arms and wrap up. Oh, excuse me, Nick Perry. My apologies. I said Barnett, and it was Nick Perry.
Well, he was a great Packer, too.
Yes.
The injured Lion is Ebron. So we'll take a timeout as they take a look at him.
We're Southwest, and we have one word for you. Yes. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. Yes to rewards you can actually use. How you like us now? In a world full of no, we're a plane full of yes. That's transparency.
They say a lot of things about rain. Like how hard it's gonna fall. The things it does to your parade. We've got a saying about rain too. When it rains, it roars. The all-wheel drive lineup from Dodge. Domestic, not domesticated.
Now get 20% off MSRP cash allowance for an average of $6,400 in savings on select 2016 Journey Crossroad models in dealer stock.
Take your time, take your time, take your time. No need to hurry. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. No need to hurry. No slipping, no sliding.
The Corona can always finds its beach.
Catch the premiere of Son of Zorn tonight on Fox.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. By Dodge. And by Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach.
Ah, yes, Friday night, the Notre Dame Academy, the defending state champions in Wisconsin Division III, beating up on our man, Jesse Levy's Manitowoc team. The Lincoln High School Ships of Manitowoc, 42-13. Jesse Levy, part of our really Green Bay-led crew. They travel with us every single week. Guys who do an incredible job in this area, and his mom and dad, Dan and Mary Levy, watching the game today. A couple of others on our crew as well. Dan Quinn sends out hello to his mom, Millie Quinn. Grandma's watching too, right? Attaboy, Danny. And then right up here in the booth with us every week, Andy Stever, Maribel, and Regina, his entire family tiled in today. Been with those guys for a long, long time. Jesse, Danny, and Andy, and It's an honor and a pleasure to work with him every week. And down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line goes Golden Tate.
Lions have a very nice drive going here. They came out of the half, no real panic, even though down 31-10. Putting together a nice combination of plays. Offensive line has gotten involved, creating some holes. Getting it out into the flat, put them into great field position now. Matthew Stafford delivering outside.
Nice play to drive to begin the second half. Both Riddick and Washington in the backfield for the first time together in this one. And they isolate Riddick. Cuts it back to the inside, very close to the goal line. And apparently stopped just short. Boy, does he have great cutback ability, does Theo Riddick.
This will be Riddick, 25, coming out here to the flat. But as you noted, Tom, watch the cutback after the catch. Look at that, everybody flies by, and he powers forward before Jake Ryan finishes off the play. It should be done right there, but he makes Micah Hyde miss on the cutback inside and almost gets into the end zone.
Now Riddick, the lone man in the backfield. Second down and goal from inside the 1. Still waiting for that play to work.
You didn't see Stanford pull it off last night? Get that done against UCLA?
Oh, that's right.
That's the one.
That's the one that worked the entire weekend.
They've been for the bit. But how about that throw? Because normally we've gotten so much on that back shoulder. But Matthew Stafford snuck it in on the front side, low and underneath the arms. It wasn't over the top, not your normal fade, and he almost got it home.
Right now they're out of the I formation, and they're going to hand it off to Washington, and he can't get there. Well, you're down 31-10. It's 4th down and goal. We'll see where they spot it. And it looks like Jim Caldwell has already decided that he's going to go for it.
Yeah, and what he had in there was a heavy set before, but look who was in the middle of the pile stacking it up. Remember talking about Mike Daniels in the first half? He's creating a lot of havoc inside, and now he's going back with his regular offense. Wants to spread things out a little bit.
That's Golden Tate in motion. Riddick in the backfield. Jones and Boldin off to the right. Play clock down to 3. They roll Stafford, and that is a touchdown. That's a beautifully designed play. A touchdown to Anquan Boldin. The 76th career touchdown for the 14-year former Seminole.
Really well designed. He's coming here. Jones going to work inside on this one. Look at that. He works inside, Boldin outside. But you got to give credit to Theo Riddick in the backfield. He did a nice job chipping off the end to get his hands out of the play so Matthew Stafford could complete the pass on the edge.
Boldin now ties Harold Jackson and Fred Bolitnikoff. How about those two names? For 29th most career touchdown receptions. He already has over 1,000 of those. Point after is good, and so we said the Lions needed one. Well, on 4th down and goal, they get it, and they're back in this game, 31-17.
They say a lot of things about rain. Like how hard it's gonna fall. The things it does to your parade. We've got a saying about rain too. When it rains, it roars. The all-wheel drive lineup from Dodge. Domestic, not domesticated.
Now get 20% off MSRP cash allowance for an average of $6,400 in savings on select 2016 Journey Crossroad models in dealer stock.
Pizza Hut makes the best pizza in the entire universe, but they won't tell you that. I've been marooned on this planet for a while now. You are an impressive race. Your children know excellent hiding places. Your oceans aren't filled with lava. And you figured out how to combine a grilled cheese sandwich with a Pizza Hut pizza. Surely interstellar travel will soon follow. And then I can finally get back home. Round. Round like home. The grilled cheese stuffed crust pizza. Proof that no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Boy, we're shipping a ton of these goofy glasses.
Yeah, well, we gotta hand it to FedEx. They've helped make our e-commerce so easy, and now we're getting all kinds of new customers.
I know. Can you believe we're getting orders from Canada, Ireland?
This one is going to New Zealand.
New Zealand?
false alarm.
Hey, you guys are gonna scare away the deer.
Idiots.
Providing global access for small business. FedEx.
You've seen funny movies.
That's nice, yeah.
This one is funnier. Mastermind.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Rated PG-13.
Lethal Weapon, Wednesday before Empire on Fox.
Well, here's an interesting note. With that touchdown pass, Stafford now passes Fran Tarkington for the most touchdown passes by a visiting quarterback all time in this hallowed venue of Lambeau Field.
Now that's impressive. You talk about Francis Asbury Tarkington, a Hall of Famer.
Packers will get the football for the first time in the second half after the Lions are able to score to start it.
Crowds in Midtown today mean only one thing.
Everyone is ready for the next-gen iPhone. And so is Verizon, with the only next-gen network that lets you make the most of it. LTE Advanced delivers 50% faster peak speeds to over 450 cities coast to coast. The next-gen iPhone deserves the next-gen network. And right now, get our best offer ever, an iPhone 7 on us.
This is the last place you'd expect us to talk about stylish innovations, like class-exclusive MySky technology, or how much gas you'll save on your daily commute. Then again, you probably didn't think you'd need your survival skills back on the road either. Jeep Renegade. Conquer all the world's most challenging places. Celebrating 75 years of the most awarded SUV lineup ever. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 total bonus cash on 2016 Jeep Renegade models.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Today's game is sponsored by Verizon. Welcome to Verizon LTE Advanced, the next-gen network.
Well, how cool is that shot right there? Taking a look from the goal post up into the newest edition of Lambeau Field in the last couple of years. So Rodgers 4 touchdown passes in the first half. Eddie Lacy carrying for the 7th time in the game, and they continue to push him forward. And that might end up being a gain of around 7 yards when all is said and done, and that's exactly what Lacy is averaging per carry here today.
This is an example of an offensive line that wants to clean people off of their ball carrier. Watch Lacy. So you think it's done about there, but look at the offensive line. Continue to work, continue to push, trying to clean tacklers off of their ball carrier. And as long as progress is being made, there's no whistle being blown.
Big old Brian Laga pushing in from the backside there. 320 pounds of that right tackle. Now they pitch it to Lacy. He has a first down up to the 38-yard line, and we go back to Los Angeles to Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Tom. Keeping an eye on the NFC North here in Minnesota at Carolina. Kyle Rudolph, 15-yard touchdown catch from Sam Bradford. They went for 2 and got it. Vikings up 16-10 on the road. Tom, Charles, and Peter.
That's a pretty throw, wasn't it?
And that's a big target.
Big target there, Rudolph. Pretty throw by Bradford.
Lacy, a 3rd straight carry. Shot down on the far side by Glover Quinn, but not before another significant pickup by Eddie Lacy. We'll call it 8 yards.
And this offensive line is getting in sync here. And this is a big drive for Green Bay because the last 2 scores have been touchdowns by the Lions and have tightened this game up. And there's a little sense of urgency coming from Green Bay. Nice tackle by Quinn. but he's deep into the secondary at that point. And notice Eddie Lacy stays on the field. His conditioning in the offseason paying off.
4 straight carry for Lacy. And this one another first down, and he's to the Detroit 45-yard line. Lacy had a total of 12 touches for all of 50 yards in the loss to Minnesota.
And look at everyone in sync and moving. Bakhtiari 69, moving people. Shredder 73, and look at the eyes of Lacy. Finding the holes. The eyes take his feet into the secondary, and he stays on the field again. Tom, I'm getting into that P90X myself now.
4 straight carries for 30 yards, and now they go to Justin Perillo, 3rd string tight end on the depth chart. And he has his first catch of this season. It's a first down to the 32.
So that's how they're able to give Eddie Lacy a little bit of rest, let him be the decoy on that one. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Is that a grin of a guy who's locked in today and feels good about what's going on? And don't be surprised they come right back and give Lacy another touch now. They gave him a play off after 4 straight. Give it to him again. That P90X I was talking about, they said he used it in the offseason. I got to get some of that.
Well, you'll get it for free because you just mentioned it a moment ago. Trying to break it to the outside is Lacy, and no running room this time. Nevin Lawson initially slows him down, and little help from the backside as well.
Yeah, Xavier Gooden, who they just activated, brought him up from the practice squad, number 47, because they've been dinged up at the linebacker position. He's had to go out there and play. But you were right, Tom. Nevin Lawson, number 24, the corner, forced it first. Really well done. Now the big fella gets a little bit of a break, and James Starks comes in.
Starks had a really nice season last year. Very versatile out of the Green Bay backfield. Set a career high with over 600 rushing yards. Caught 43 passes. They like to throw it to him when they have to, and they might have to here. No, just going to throw it away. 3rd down coming up. Rodgers has been sacked just 1 time here today. He was sacked 6 times in the first 2 games combined. They play on a 3rd down and 10. And again, Rodgers eludes trouble. He'll get a first down and then some, as he will step out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First down, Green Bay.
And nothing demoralizes a defense more than have quarterback hot-footing it on 3rd down, picking up, although there's a flag on this play.
Yeah, it's about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding, number 75 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
It's Bulaga, the right tackle.
It's Bulaga here. Right there, he gets the hook. You see the hook as they go to the ground. He had the hook there. I think that was Kerry Hyder, number 61, to put the pressure on him, and that's going to negate the first down pickup by Aaron Rodgers. There's the takedown behind Rodgers. But look at the open space and the great wheels of Rodgers that he's put to fine use over the years.
And wipes out a 19-yard gain and a first down inside the 15-yard line. Instead, it's backed up to the 42. And it's 3rd down and 20. And the Lions come up with a stop here and force a punt. Things could get quite interesting. Rodgers all day to throw it. And he's going to run it again. Well into field goal range to the 28-yard line. So this would bring up about a 46-yard field goal try for Crosby.
You look at the protection again with Aaron Rodgers. Credit has to go to this coverage downfield, because he had plenty of protection and time to throw the ball. Look at that. That's clean for him, but nowhere to go with it. So the coverage downfield has to be excellent for the Lions, and a good, smart play by Aaron Rodgers, as you noted, Tom, running for enough yardage to set up a field goal attempt.
So it'll be from 46 yards away for Mason Crosby. Good snap, good hold, and it is right down the middle. So the Packers come away with points and lead 34-17.
This is the last place you'd expect us to talk about stylish innovations, like class-exclusive MySky technology, or how much gas you'll save on your daily commute. Then again, you probably didn't think you'd need your survival skills back on the road either. Jeep Renegade. Conquer all the world's most challenging places. Celebrating 75 years of the most awarded SUV lineup ever. Right now, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,500 total bonus cash on 2016 Jeep Renegade models.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price.
Not here! Not ever!
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price. Not here, not ever.
Well, did you get it?
More people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm. Here to help life go right. State Farm.
Yeah, I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal, you. When you're dead and in your grave, no more women will you crave. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal, you.
Levi's, for every original. All the wins, all the stolen bases, no hitters, and walk-offs. Doesn't mean anything now, because the only thing that matters is October.
Well, the Packers have scored on 6 of their 7 possessions. And bear in mind, the only one they didn't score on, there was less than a minute to play in the opening half. And they only ran 2 plays before the half came to an end. Andre Roberts waits back. And he'll take this line drive kick, and he's going to bring it out for a 3rd time in this game. And for the 3rd time, he does not even reach the 20. Wow. You like defense? 2 of the all-time greats at their positions, Lem Barney and the great Ray Nitschke. Lions in the pack.
Viagra single packs. So guys with ED can take Viagra when they need it.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
Requesting Titanfall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice to see you, big guy.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Warning, enemy Titan detected.
It's game time.
Rated M for mature. Get the new Xbox One S.
Whopper. Fries. Soda. $10. Someone's gonna get fired.
Fired and Flame Grilled. Get 2 100% beef Whopper sandwiches, 2 fries, and 2 drinks now for just $10. It's the 2 for $10 Whopper meal, only at Burger King.
How was your first day back?
Uneventful.
Kind of boring, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Some may call it. I don't use such braggadocious words. I simply called it Tuesday.
I can't wait to hear about Wednesday.
Baby.
Lethal Weapon, Wednesday on Fox.
Son of Zor.
You were staring at my quadriceps.
What was it?
Premieres tonight on Fox.
Well, Joe Marciano has to be wondering, what in the world are we seeing back here?
The only explanation I could have, Tom, possibly, is that they've ordered their guys to bring them out and be aggressive. It's the only thing I have, because it doesn't make sense to do it otherwise. I don't see what he's thinking. Otherwise, to go that deep.
Down the middle of the field, it's Ebron again, and that's a first down up to the 40-yard line. 21-yard gain on a first down reception. It's been a big afternoon for Ebron. 5 catches now for 69 yards.
But he's going off the field right now. He has to come out. And typically after you catch a pass and you're part of the hot hand, you typically stay in. So he's going to need to get looked at by the trainer, I'm sure.
So Cole Witt, the rookie tight end, will check in. And here's number 89.
Hey.
2:25 to play in the third quarter. And Washington is stood up at the 40-yard line. Picked up maybe a yard.
Well defended. It's a pistol formation, which gives you the ability to run the ball like it's I formation. You're back to get it deep in the backfield. But the Packers held the edge well. And when you have defensive backs who are willing to get involved and tackle on the line of scrimmage, that increases the run defense, the great run defense we've seen from Green Bay here in the early season.
So 2nd down and 9. And there is Wick, who checked in for Ebron a moment ago from the University of the Incarnate Word. That is in San Antonio, Texas. He's from Hallettsville, Texas.
And that's an easy throw for Matthew Stafford. He sees it the whole way. And right now, the tight ends, when they go into the middle of Green Bay's defense, they're finding easy open spots and space to catch the ball and gain yardage after it.
First down, and Washington, a nice pickup to the 41. Tomorrow morning, we invite you to tune in for Skip and Shannon. They'll break all the weekend's action in the NFL down for you. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon is weekdays at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 a.m. Pacific, only on FS1.
You mentioned the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio. Frank Selpa, longtime coach in the NFL. His son Jordan was a quarterback there. And you know who was a part-time coach at one point? Ricky Williams.
Wow, how about that? Out of the backfield, this is Washington. And that is an excellent tackle made by Jake Ryan. 3rd down upcoming, and we send it back to LA to Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Tom. Great game in New York. Early third, Redskins down 21-16. Kirk Cousins short pass to Jamison Crowder. He does the rest of the work. Redskins up 23-21 in this one. Tom, Charles, and Peter.
Wow, how about that?
When's the last time we saw them in the burgundy pants, too? Remember they switched back to the goal?
Well, the Lions are unable to get off one more play before the end of the third quarter. They're on the move. Trailing 34-17 back after a word from your local Fox station.
Isn't that what it's always been, Lucius and Cookie?
Excuse my interruption.
Empire, all new, Wednesday at 9/8 Central on Fox.
This is how easy it is to save time and money on auto maintenance. Done. I just text my local Ford dealer, and a few seconds later, I just save big time. It's that simple. Text BRAKES to 91604. You'll get a special offer instantly to save up to $50 on Motorcraft brake pads at your participating Ford store. That's $50. Because your local Ford dealers just love happy customers. Text, connect, save. Only at your local Ford store.
The 2016 Nissan Rogue. An IIHS top safety pick. With intuitive all-wheel drive. Take on any road in Nissan Rogue, Murano, and Pathfinder with intuitive all-wheel drive. Get to your local Nissan store today for 0% financing for up to 72 months or get a low $189 per month lease on Rogue.
Hi, I'm Chris Quill, and you can save up to 20% below MSRP on select 2016 Buick GMCs in stock. And shop from over 200 Buick GMCs in one convenient Kentuckiana location. Drive this all-new Encore home today for just $189 a month with driver's choice, or check out this huge selection of GMCs like this 2016 GMC Terrain starting at just $22,987. Coral Chevrolet Buick GMC, I-65 Veterans Parkway. Chevy, find new roads.
The NFL on WDRB is sponsored locally by Bob Swope Ford in Elizabethtown.
Well, we're on our way to the fourth quarter. 34-17 Green Bay, and they belt out, roll out the barrel here in Lambeau Field at the end of the third quarter. That barrel has been Aaron Rodgers and his Packer offense. It's been rolling all day. Third down for Stafford. Beautiful throw. And a catch made by Marvin Jones to move the chains inside the 30.
There's just times when I watch him throw the football, and I'm just almost awestruck. It's just pretty coming off his hands. Nice route by Marvin Jones. And on the break, that ball's on its way. And look at it. Just sticks it right there. His arm talent. You know, one of those buzzwords, buzz phrases people like to use. His arm talent is good as anyone in the league.
300-yard passing day now for Stafford after that completion. 301 yards. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. It really, I mean, it had to be ruled an interception, but it was a completed pass to Ebron, who just had the ball ripped out of his arm. And now looking for Riddick down the sideline, incomplete.
Well, they're trying to find a matchup in an isolation for Riddick. But what ends up happening is they take him all the way wide, and they end up having a corner covering. So the matchup that you're looking for is having to bounce a linebacker out there and deal with him in space. You make a linebacker a corner in space, they're not as good. It's just kind of an easy rule of thumb. But corner versus running back, corner likes his odds in that matchup.
That's Ebron again, and a career-high 6th reception for Eric Ebron. There is a penalty flag back behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 68 offense. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
That's a number 1 pick out of Ohio State, Taylor Decker.
So here's Decker right in here, the first-round pick out of Ohio State, who all in all, and look at this, really, wow, that's a tough one for him. I'm going to tell you why. Because Nick Perry was going to the ground essentially on his own, you know, and you saw Decker, he kind of had a little bit and he let go.
Right.
So that's a tough one for him. I mean, when they look back in film, I don't think that they're going to give him a big ding for that. You know, Perry was the beneficiary of that call, I believe.
Stafford back to the air, and then does anybody know that Marvin Jones is playing for the Detroit Lions? Because every time we look up, he's wide open.
You know what you're seeing today too, Tom? The effects of Morgan Burnett not being on the field for Green Bay, who's their quarterback on defense, and another move by Demarius Randall, who drove up on a pass short and didn't protect deep first. You see 23, you saw that? See him move forward, and that ball ends up going over his head, and a nice throw again by Matthew Stafford.
Jones has 5 catches for 170 yards in this game, including that 73-yard touchdown. Third down and less than a yard. Early movement.
And the finger pointing begins.
Yes, it does.
False start. Number 72 offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Well, that's a left guard, Laken Tomlinson, and he's really had a rough start to this year. Had a holding penalty last week, nullified a touchdown. Second-year starter out of Duke.
See the pass distribution there, the wide receivers getting the bulk of it, but Ebron having a big day at tight end. Cole Witt caught one of those. And the running backs, mainly Theo Riddick.
Third down and a yard becomes third down and 6. This is 4-down territory. And sacked is Stafford. Back at the 32-yard line by Nick Perry. Now maybe you're going to go ahead and kick the field goal to make it a 2-touchdown game after that sack. And they are.
And you really don't have any choice there because of the loss of yardage. And he beats the rookie Taylor Decker. And look at Perry at the end of the play. Not only does he go for the sack, he was trying to get the strip. So Matthew Stafford had to work hard to tuck the ball away and give them a chance to kick this field goal.
I mean, you're down by 17. You're going to need to kick a field goal sooner or later anyway. And so here's Prater, who's hit one and missed one. And and this one is drilled. All right, 2-touchdown game. Nearly a full quarter left from Lambeau Field.
Take on the day shift. Introducing the new Titan with America's best truck warranty. 5 years, 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper.
Did you murder Megan Hipwell?
Tell me what happened.
The Girl on the Train. Rated R.
People of Gotham, our city is being invaded by monsters!
Gotham, an all-new episode tomorrow on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Burger King, introducing the new Cheetos Chicken Fries, only at Burger King.
Packer Hall of Fame Charles Davis, you were mesmerized by that place. Your first trip in here to Lambeau.
First trip, and they've done a fantastic job. Look at the uniforms through the years, and I think you saw in the beginning Reggie White down in his stance. My college teammate, my friend. I know the Packer fans miss him. The league misses him. I miss him terribly. We lost him way too early, but
no
boy,
doubt.
what a force of nature he was as a person and obviously as a player. But for me, it's much more as a person. The big dog.
Oh boy,
I miss him.
And I mean off the field.
Well, that's exactly right. He was something else.
Ty Montgomery will cross the 25 and bring it up to the 29-yard line. Aaron Rodgers today has 13 completions in the entire game. 4 of them for touchdowns. Can the Lions come up with a stop in the 4th?
Balance sheets, profit and loss. My mind doesn't function the way yours must.
The accountant. He has evaded every government agency. Multiple identities. He's incredibly dangerous.
Everyone's hiding something.
Who are you?
What is this? I don't discuss client business.
The Accountant. Rated R.
Take on the day shift. Introducing the new Titan with America's best truck warranty. 5 years, 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper.
Assists, completions. He's Mr. Instant Meeting, Ed Feldman.
Press 1 to lead your team onto the meeting field. Start your free trial at gotomeeting.com.
Oh. Wings?
Hot wings, cooked fresh in our deli. $5.98 per pound. Save money, live better. Walmart.
We didn't just break the mold. We made it. And we spelled it L-I-T-E. Because when you invent light beer, you get to spell it however you want. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Catch the premiere of Son of Lord tonight on Fox.
NFL Play 60, the NFL's movement for a more active generation, encouraging fans to get moving. Play for 60 minutes every day. Learn how you can join the NFL Play 60 movement at NFL.com/Play60. All right, here we go. 12:27 to play. And Eddie Lacy on a first down carry spins out of a tackle and manages to pick up close to 5. Let's send it back to L.A. and check in with Kurt Menefee.
Well, the Bills' defense has kept Arizona in check all day, and then they get help on special teams. Bad snap on a field goal attempt. Aaron Williams scoops it up, takes it 53 yards for his first NFL touchdown. And right now it's 30-13. Bills in control in the third. Tom, Charles, and Peter.
Well, you know, Kurt, if you remember, Charles, we saw Arizona last week. There were a couple of bad snaps. They've gone with a rookie as a long snapper this year. And remember, they had a chance to win week 1 as Eddie Lacy has the first down up across the 45. This is an Arizona team thinking about contending for a Super Bowl. They had the bad snap at the end of the game when they had a chance to beat New England in week 1.
Exactly. And watch Lacy, because you're going to see the cutback. See the vision? See that? They block it well, and they blocked it so well. They pushed everything to their left, and he cut back against the grain. Well designed on the blocking scheme and executed. But you're so right about, you know, Arizona, Tom. A team that contends for the Super Bowl cannot be sitting there worried about whether a snap's going to be completed. So, unfortunately for that young man, come Monday, there will be people in Arizona long snapping to see if they find someone else or if they decide to keep him. Now, you feel horrible for him, but they're not going to go any farther than this. You can bet on that. Watch the transactions Monday. There will be people in town checking it out.
That was a miracle finish last year. Green Bay season came to an end in that just extraordinary game in the divisional round in Arizona. Aaron Rodgers throwing another Hail Mary to tie it up. And I tell you, Green Bay wasn't helped by the officiating in that one. There was certainly a number of calls that Mike McCarthy, I would bet even now, is still stewing about.
And they were going to play. They were planning to go for 2 after that one, but Jeff Janis got hurt, and he didn't have enough receivers for the 2-point call. But remember, they called that play. When they called that play, the rebound pass. That's what they call it.
That's right.
When we call it the Hail Mary.
Rodgers gets out of trouble, and he's going to run it. Tries to stick that ball forward to pick up as much as he possibly can. He's up to the 48. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
And if Lodi Nada is chasing you, which I believe is right here, you're going to get even more nimble, because that is a whole lot of man bearing down on you.
Have you ever had to try to run away from a train?
I mean, look at this, and it's downhill now.
Yeah.
Lodi may not run quite as well as he used to, but it's still enough to make you quicken your step over the sideline, so you don't take a shot from big old number 92.
4-time Pro Bowler during his days with the Baltimore Ravens. Rodgers on 3rd down, and it is incomplete. So the Lions finally come up with a stop. And it's the first time all day today where the clock did not expire to end a half as it was in the first half, that the Lions have stopped Green Bay from scoring.
And Quandre Diggs, number 28, an excellent job of fighting all the way to the finish with Randall Cobb. That ball is put in a really nice spot, but Diggs hanging in there. Remember, Aaron Rodgers stared down the rush. They came right up in the gut, impacted him. He put a nice ball out there for Cobb, but Quandre Diggs, give him big credit for knocking that one away.
Returnable punt here for Andre Roberts, and not much of a return. He is dropped immediately by Elliott at the 12-yard line.
Marco Polo, Marco Polo, Marco Polo, Marco Polo, Marco
Sì.
Marco
Scusa, ma io sono Marco Polo, ma...
Playing Marco Polo with Marco Polo? Surprising.
Ragazzini, io sono Marco Polo. Sì, sono qui.
What's not surprising? How much money Amanda and Keith saved by switching to Geico.
Ah, Polo. Polo.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Polo.
Take on the night shift. Introducing the new Titan with America's best truck warranty. 5 years, 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper.
It's Peyton on Sunday morning.
E-Man.
What up, Peyton?
You know I have DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket. I get every game, every Sunday, all in HD.
Yeah, I know that.
So you want to come over? I'll make nachos.
I can't right now, man. I'm playing.
All right, pencil you in for Tuesday.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket only on DirecTV and watch live football anywhere. Switch today and get a $100 reward card.
Everyone around the world wants one thing: football all day. And it all starts with the Colts Jaguars. Wake up, America. Wake up for football. Colts Jaguars, 9:30 a.m. Eastern next Sunday on CBS.
Today's game is sponsored by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV.
Well, Detroit, so far in this half, possessing the football and coming up defensively with finally a stop of Rodgers and the Packers. And they start this drive from their own 12. They're down by 2 touchdowns. Catch made by Boldin, and that's up to the 20-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7 on first down. And closing in on 9-12, 9-11 to go, and the Lions need to pick up the pace a little bit here. They're going to hand it off to Washington, and he picks up the first down up to the 25-yard line. Marvin Jones had his first 100-yard receiving game since 2013, then with the Bengals last week. And closing in on 200 here today, a career high 170. And Stafford will be sacked. Wrapped up by Kyler Fackrell. His first NFL sack, the rookie out of Utah State.
Watch how nifty he is getting back there. Okay, because now there's Decker, Taylor Decker, the rookie, and he got him late. Did you notice how Decker, he took such a deep step into the backfield that he actually took him halfway to the quarterback. And then he was a little off balance, and Fackrell that leverage and got to the quarterback. Not bad for a former high school safety. Now playing outside linebacker in the NFL.
Loss of 9, and down the middle of the field, it is nearly intercepted. That's been a very good play for the Lions today, looking for Ebron. But that one nearly picked off by Joe Thomas.
Now he spent all of last year as what they called their dime linebacker. When they're their dime set, 6 defensive backs, he'd be the linebacker on the field because he essentially has defensive back skills. At one point, there was a discussion in Green Bay about moving him into the secondary. But he's added 10 pounds to his frame, gotten stronger, and playing more downs, but hasn't lost his ability to range in the secondary.
And he had an interception week 1 that led to a Green Bay touchdown. Stafford in trouble. And Stafford will be dropped at the 15. That is technically not a sack. Perry, the guy who wraps him up and drags him down. So a 7:20 to play, and the clock's still rolling. The Lions down 14 will punt.
And this is why the ball was never thrown. Gunter there. Behind him, Kentrell Bryce. Look at the top of the screen. Demarius Randall, 23. Ha-Ha Clinton Dix, 21. All the coverage there with no place to go with it. He tries to get out away from the rush, and Nick Perry runs him down.
So Martin punting, standing at his own 1-yard line. And waiting back is Trevor Davis at the 35. Flag is down. Davis still on his feet, trying to turn the corner, got a block. Another flag down and a third flag down. Looks like you're cleaning up after a concert. There's so many flags out there and litter on the turf.
Guessing that concert wouldn't be like Mel Torme or anything.
No, it would not.
A little bit cleaner there, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, they have a lot to talk about here.
We got a few,
I mean,
you
got to get
scenarios.
3 or 4 different voices in on this one.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, number 28, return team. That penalty's declined. Illegal block in the back, return team. That penalty's accepted. 10 yards, first down, timeout.
All right, so a timeout on the field, both penalties against Green Bay.
Hey, you're the...
I used to ask if you could hear me now, but I switched to Sprint.
I switched too.
Great.
Have you seen all the whining from Verizon?
I think Verizon the Goliath is panicking. People are switching to Sprint. All these networks are great now. People are tired of overpaying.
Sprint cut my rates by 50%.
Sprint's network covers nearly 300 million people, and their network reliability is within 1% of Verizon. Can you hear that?
Switch to Sprint and save 50% on most current Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile rates.
3 minutes to go. Dad, Joey spit up.
What? Okay.
Dad, it smells.
I know, buddy. I'm on it.
Here's the pass. It is caught.
Yes.
Touchdown.
Hyundai, official sponsor of the NFL.
I like where you're going with this.
Introducing Cheetos Chicken Fries. Chicken on the inside, dangerously cheesy on the outside. Only at Burger King.
How was your first day back?
Uneventful.
Kind of boring, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Some may call it... I don't use such braggadocious words. I simply call it Tuesday.
I can't wait to hear about Wednesday.
Baby.
Lethal Weapon, Wednesday on Fox.
Son of Zor.
You were staring at my quadriceps.
When was it?
Premieres tonight on Fox.
6:36 to play. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers leading 34-20. Rodgers here in the second half is 1 for 3 for 13 yards. Yeah, you look at his stats on the day, 13 completions and has 4 touchdowns. He's looking for the big one here. And it's dropped. Boy, he's seen plenty of that. That's Trevor Davis. Let's check in downstairs with Peter Schrager.
Hey, Tom, you know, Aaron Rodgers tweets about South Park a lot. So on Friday we asked, hey, have you ever met the guys behind South Park? And he said, actually, this summer, Trey Parker took him in Marina Del Rey to their studio and showed them the process of how they do a show. It's a 6-day span, just like an NFL game. How do you prepare? How do you prep? How do you get it set up? He said he met with Trey, and it was a learning thing about the process, and he respected the work they do, and he's a huge fan.
Yeah, Peter, you talk about the process of how they put a show together. I think what you're saying is that it looks like Detroit does a nice job of stacking that one up. But you're talking about the preparation of what they do to put a show on mimics the same type of preparation that Aaron Rodgers and the Packers do to put in a game plan, execute, play a game. And as he told us, whatever the results are, did that show hit for them on South Park? Was it a good show or not? No matter what, did you have a good game or not? You flush that, move on to the next week, come back, you try and do it a little bit better. So that's how he equated it and got a little bit of something from them in terms of the process that he's always talking about to prepare for a game.
Third down and 11, and Rodgers lays it off to Starks out of the backfield, and he's just short of a first down. Now the clock will stop. Is a timeout called by Detroit here?
Did they call him out of bounds? And that's why they stopped the clock? I didn't see a signal for a timeout. Did anyone?
I did not see one either.
So they must have ruled him out of bounds.
Now.
Okay, now they've got it.
All right.
Yeah, they ruled him out of bounds on the sideline. That's why they stopped the clock.
Well, they're going to let as much time as possible roll off this clock before they punt it away. High snap. And just able to get it away. How about that? So now Roberts on the return up to the 38-yard line. You have 5:05 left. How this game could have changed if this one ends up rolling above the punter's head.
This isn't the country of just okay, which is why we are introducing a better network than ever before. Behold, the future of wireless is here.
Data limits? Some future.
Verizon's network isn't better if it's limited. Don't let them fool you. T-Mobile now covers 99.7% of Verizon's customers. Switch to the network built for unlimited data for everyone.
Good morning.
Mike Williams.
Where you headed today?
Deepwater Horizon.
Oh, take me down the line. Oh, when you take me home, yeah. When you take me home, yeah.
Deepwater Horizon, rated PG-13, in theaters and IMAX Friday.
This could have gotten the Lions right back in range in a hurry. Brett Good is the center. It's number 61. He's been a long snapper, but he hurt an ACL last year and didn't get brought back to the last week of preseason. And the punter, Jacob Schum, how about him going up and getting this one? Now, normally your punters are these long, angular guys, but he's only 5'10", a compact guy. But he elevated and brought it down and got the punt away. Raphael Bush for Detroit almost got his hands on the ball. That could have been a huge play for Detroit. So the mechanics there, Brett Good still working out a few of the kinks, being back in the lineup after having to recover from ACL surgery and not being there for most of preseason.
But he's been a good one for a long time. All right. 5:05 to go. The Lions have all 3 timeouts remaining. And trailing by 2 touchdowns, they set up a screen to Riddick. And a good first down pickup of 9. Let's check in with Kurt Menefee.
A good game going on between Washington and the Giants, including a fake punt. Washington's Tress Way, 31 yards to Quentin Dunbar, set up the go-ahead field goal, and right now in the fourth quarter, it's 26-24. Washington trying to hold on. Tom Charles.
It's hard to believe that pass is complete.
How about that one?
Catch made by Boldin. That's a first down. And again, the Lions really needing now to pick up the pace. You're 2 touchdowns behind. You do have all 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning left.
Now they work on this all the time. They operate out of this no huddle a bunch, and they have the ability to play pretty fast, and they're going to need to continue to do so.
Stafford rolling right, chased by Daniels. He'll go ahead and keep it himself. And runs out of bounds to stop the clock with 4:10 left at the Green Bay 44-yard line.
You know, they lost Blake Martinez, Green Bay did. And you see Jake Ryan coming back in. And Blake Martinez is supposed to be the guy, that he's back out on the field now, but you see the effects of why they lost him, the bridge of his nose cut up. But Martinez is supposed to be more of the cover linebacker, Jake Ryan, the linebacker that thumps. Ryan's done a nice job getting better in pass coverage and ranging around.
Second down, all day to throw it. And boy, that's a tough one to thread the needle to Roberts. It looked like he had Boldin open down the middle of the field.
Takes a look, and when you have an arm like Matthew Stafford, you think you can fit it in anywhere. And he tried to fit one to the outside with pretty decent coverage by Demarius Randall.
Seven of 13 on third down. Where the Lions Third down and 6 here. And across the middle, what a tackle that was right there, made by Perry. Or Riddick is running for a long time.
And a nice job recognizing the matchup he had. Green Bay only had 2 down linemen and people muddling around. They ended up bringing 5, but that left Nick Perry in coverage against Theo Riddick, and the Lions will take that matchup all day.
Stafford a pump fake, and falling down the defender and falling into the end zone with a touchdown is Marvin Jones Jr. And he's very close to a 200-yard receiving game today. In fact, that sends him over 200, 205 yards.
And Demarius Randall's just having one of those days where he just can't stay on his feet when he needs to.
Well, that's 2 games in a row.
I mean, and that one, and truthfully, if you go back to the start of that play, Demarius Randall is not in a football position at all. He's standing straight up. The ball snapped. Then he tries to drop and move. And you know in this league, it doesn't take much for them to gain the advantage on you. And Marvin Jones took full advantage and took it to the end zone.
Well, a point after here. And all of a sudden, Charles Davis is it is good by Prater. This has become a 7-point game. And this crowd that was rocking and rolling in jubilation at halftime, all of a sudden wondering, can the Packers hang on?
Here's what you need to look for. Right up here. Now watch, you see Demarius Randall, see straight up, not in a position now. Now watch him. Now he's got to turn and run. And just that little bit right there, not being ready to go, in my humble estimation, that's what cost him. You know, if he's out there ready and in a nice little stance, getting ready to go, because Marvin Jones can run. And he just found out again as he ran past him. And Stafford with a beautiful pass. Puts it on him. And that was one of those where Stafford knew he was so open. Don't miss the layup. Do not miss it. And he did not. And now Detroit is definitely in striking position.
Marvin Jones Jr. signed as a free agent leaving Cincinnati, where he played on some very, very good and explosive Bengal offensive teams. But he's doing the one blowing things up for his new team, the Lions. It's only the 10th 200-yard receiving game by a player in Detroit Lions franchise history. So now Randall hoping that the offense can do something. I mean, look, it's worth noting here. We talk so much about coming into the game. Green Bay's offense, a lot of questions about it. They looked unstoppable in the first half, scoring 4 touchdowns and a field goal. But Green Bay's offense in the second half has 3 points, 1 field goal. Zorn is here, and he's going to slay Fox Sundays, TV's most original new comedy. Son of Zorn comes to conquer tonight after The Simpsons, only on Fox.
He's a lefty. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice.
He's a lefty swordsman. So I know what family he's in. Okay, that's Jim Zorn's crew. But as you noted, Tom, look at the offense today. What'd you say about the points? Down in points, last 2 drives, no points for Green Bay. Here's where their offense, I think, goes back to trying to play as they did at the beginning of the game. I don't think that they go turtle here and just try and run it out. I think they end up trying to throw it some.
Well, on first down, they started on the ground. Now, if you're the Lions, do you spend a timeout right from the start? And the answer is yes. Lions will use their first of 3, stopping the clock here with 3:28. Well, it's been a long, long time since Detroit has won in back-to-back seasons here at Lambeau. In fact, the quarter of a century. Barry Sanders scoring the winning touchdown in 1990. Detroit rallied to win. Then the following year, Eric Kramer, remember him? 2 touchdowns. Mel Gray scored on a big punt return from 78 yards. And the Lions won 21-17. Now the Lions are the team that have blown double-digit leads in the fourth quarter in each of the first 2 games of this season. They rallied to win in Indianapolis, lost last week against Tennessee, and now they're the ones trying to come back here in week 3 in Lambeau. Second down, they hand it off again, and Lacy nowhere to go, and this is a huge third down coming up, and the crowd booing the conservative play calling of Mike McCarthy.
You know, I'm surprised because of what I said at the start of this drive. I thought they'd go back and play and put the ball in Aaron Rodgers' hands and let him create a little bit and try and pick up some first downs and see if they can bleed the clock out that way. Detroit's done an excellent job of stacking things up and making it difficult to find space. And look at Marvin Jones Jr. Just his offense in the second half ahead of what Green Bay's output is, or has been, I should say.
Well, this is the single biggest defensive play of this game by Detroit. Now, you could go back and say, well, if they'd have stopped the touchdown earlier, you'd be correct. But at this point in the game, this is a huge play. They need to get to the 35-yard line. And Rodgers to throw it. Good protection. And now he's in trouble. Still on his feet. Lots of running room in front. Rodgers will pick up the first down to the 38-yard line. Well, he's been killing people doing that his entire career.
And this is why he was never able to throw the football. They plastered to every receiver. They were snug to them. There's Davante Adams, 17, but no window to throw it. But the offensive line, they understand their quarterback. They know that they can't just block for 3 seconds and call it a day. It's the extension. It's a little bit different than how Ben Roethlisberger does it, because usually someone bounced off of Ben and he creates and extends it. Aaron Rodgers, they know you continue to block, because he may make something happen with his legs.
2:34 and counting now. You have a 2-minute warning. Quick slant, and that's a pickup of 7 on first down to Davante Adams.
You know, Mike McCarthy changed up after the first series. He ran it twice. They were able to pick it up on a long 3rd down, and this time he said, forget it. Let's get back to what we do. Go ahead, Aaron, pitch it. And he picks up a nice gain on first down.
That'll be the final timeout the Lions have in their pocket after being unable to stop that 3rd down play a moment ago.
So one more time, you saw the coverage before, but watch what these guys do, because they don't give up on plays because they know about their quarterback. Look how they stayed with. Look at Prater, 73, looking for someone. Now he's going to get out and run with him and try and create a little bit of an escort. But look, Balaga, 75. Lang is 70 in the middle. Prater, 73. 65, Lane Taylor, who stepped in for Josh Sitton, who was let go right before the season and now is in Chicago. They don't just block initially. It's a continued. Who else can I pick up? Because my guy's going to create if we keep giving him time.
First game this season, the Green Bay Packers offense has eclipsed 300 total yards. Not passing yards. That used to be standard operating procedure for Aaron Rodgers. 300 total yards. And now Green Bay spends a timeout before the 2nd down and 1. Well, here in the Green Bay Packers home opener, they brought back so many of the great legends, the biggest names in the history of football, not just Packer football.
Everywhere, and the biggest roar at the end, believe it or not, at least when I was locked in, you saw it, Mike Holmgren, the Big Show. He came out, they remember that recent Super Bowl. Of course, they remember the most revered teams in the 60s, which were Lombardi's Packers. There was Dave Robinson across the screen, and that crew. I heard Jerry Kramer's name, who I'm going to say it should be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, it's hard to see when you watch some former players you remember, and then even after they finished playing, was the great Forrest Gregg. Such an imposing figure in age, certainly catching up as Lacy's had a big day, up over 100 yards today for Eddie Lacy. First time this year.
Mobile Strike. Download and play now, free from the App Store.
Lights are on, revs are coming up.
This is the ultra-responsive Acura TLX with precision all-wheel steer. And this is how we make it.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
My girl Cindy bought this fridge from Lowe's because of their worry-free 30-day satisfaction guarantee on appliances. That's what I'm talking about, Cindy. I like your style.
Now get up to 25% off appliances $396 or more at Lowe's.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by Lowe's.
Now the Packers in victory formation. Less than 2 minutes to go. They'll take the knee, and right before they snap that football, Aaron Rodgers telling his offensive line, good going.
He understands the stress he puts on an offensive line with his style of play. The dividends are phenomenal, right? He gets out there, he creates and makes a big play, but it's not easy for his O-line. And you see the game summary there. Big day for Aaron Rodgers, all in the first half, 4 touchdown passes. And Marvin Jones was magnificent for Detroit. And Eddie Lacy over 100 yards, first time in his last 8 games.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers only had 15 completions in this entire game. 15.
And that's okay when Eddie Lacy can run the ball.
That's right.
That's what they're looking for. If you get that, they'll take that all day long.
Well, the Packers extraordinarily are home for a month. That includes a bye week next week. But they have the Giants, Dallas, Chicago. We'll have the Dallas game for you on October 16th. They don't go on the road again until Halloween. When they go down to Atlanta, that one also on Fox. Now here in a moment, we're going to send you to some bonus coverage. A thrilling finish and a long way to go in the Meadowlands. The Giants trail the Washington Redskins 26-24. But more on that here in a moment. What we can tell you today is the Green Bay Packers go to 2-1. They win their home opener. Detroit slips to 1-2. Aaron Rodgers 4 touchdown passes today. Eddie Lacy runs for better than 100 yards, and the Pack feeling good after this 7-point win. Bonus coverage is coming up right around the corner. You're watching the NFL on Fox.
The only thing that matters is October.
Hi, I'm Chris Coyle, and you can save up to 16% on select new 2016 Chevrolets in stock. Shop from over 300 Chevrolets in one convenient Kentuckiana location. Drive this all-new Malibu home today for just $199 a month, or this Chevy Equinox for just $229 a month with driver's choice. Coyle, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, I-65, Veterans Parkway, or visit us at CoyleDeals.com. Chevy, find new roads.
When you play Kentucky lottery games like scratch-offs, you help create some extra scratch for Kentucky college students.
Fueling imagination.
Funding education.
Have you noticed? Swope stores are popping up everywhere along the Swope Miracle Mile in Elizabethtown. Like the all-new Bob Swope Ford, fully renovated inside and out. Our new state-of-the-art service lanes have instant wellness check scanners that make your visit quick and convenient.
And right now, lease this 2016 F-150 for $350 a month.
We're only 35 minutes south of Louisville and convenient to everyone in Central Kentucky. Swope, the only name you need for everything automotive.
Today's Domino's stat tracker, a big day offensively for Rodgers, Lacey, and the pack. Marvin Jones, an extraordinary day in a losing cause for Detroit. Our game produced by Mark Titleman, directed by Greg Scopatoni, our associate director Alex Olson, and our broadcast associate Jordan Wolf. Tom Brenneman for Charles Davis, Peter Schrager, and our crew. Paying bonus coverage will send it back to LA. Packers win today by 7.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom. There are 4 first-half touchdown passes from Aaron Rodgers, and it looked a little shaky, but it proved to be enough, Jimmy.
He cooled down the second half, handed the ball to Eddie Lacy, but still enough to win. They play a lot better when they're not playing against that Minnesota defense like they did last week.
Going to get you a little bonus coverage right now, though. The New York Giants and Washington Redskins going at it. Giants trying to come back. This game has been back and forth for quite a while here, Michael, and it's really been a good second half that we've seen a couple of surprising special teams plays.
Yeah, special team plays, but they kill penalties. Penalties have killed a lot of things in this game for the Giants. And games went back and forth. It may come down to a field goal.
All right, the Giants just blocked the punt. We'll see if they can take advantage. Here's Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and Aaron Andrews.
Along with our producer, Richie Zions, our director, Rich Russo, we welcome those of you just joining us. This game has gone back and forth. At one point, Washington trailed by 12, 21-9. Well, now Washington had the lead, lost it, back on top. Just had a block punt erased by a penalty against the Giants, and a young player, Andrew Adams, as the pass is caught by Sterling Shepard. And if he's proven one thing, this Sterling Shepard, he is tough. He's strong. They knew that with the bench press at the combine, but he's tough.
Well, he showed that if he hadn't already when Josh Norman took the shot to his head. Been quite a contributor here through 3 games.
2nd and 2.
Hey, heavy 41, heavy to 41, to the right, to the right. 118, right, hit.
And Beckham with a nice catch, spinning into Washington territory.
Well, Bobby Hart getting the start at right tackle, and he comes out and makes a big block, and that's what Eli was communicating at the line of scrimmage, was to pick up the blitzer off the edge, and Bobby Hart does it. And then it allows Eli to hang in the pocket and find his guy, Odell Beckham.
Beckham again. Plenty of cushion by Norman. Not anywhere near him. And Odell Beckham is good for another first down as he gets 11.
Now you can tell there certainly was conversation on the sidelines, and when you've got a receiver who is that possessed for the football, you try to find ways to get in his hands and see what he can do. And if he's getting looks, he's got a one-on-one look down here at the bottom right now. See if Eli takes it.
This one for Shepard overthrown. Meanwhile, if you are just joining us, obviously all the conversation coming in this week was about Beckham and Norman. There they are. Odell Beckham has been thoroughly frustrated. Watched him knock over the kicking net that banged into his head as he made his way to the sideline a moment ago. He was banging his head on the equipment trunk. But he's making noise on the field right now. 2nd and 10. Kareem. Room to run. Out of bounds at the 20.
Well, it's certainly got the attention of the Washington Redskins. So you put Beckham out to the left. You've got Norman on him, but he's getting safety help. And so Eli then works opposite of the rotation in the coverage, and they're able to get a nice gain out in the flat.
118, right, hit.
Manning throws, pass is broken up. Could have been picked. And coming out of there is Sua Cravens, the rookie. 2 Redskins had a shot at that underthrow.
Yeah, if Cravens, either he should catch it, or if he doesn't, then you've got Bruton, who is in position to make the interception if the ball's not touched. Just not a good decision by Eli Manning. Very fortunate that they still have the ball.
Second and 10. Manning. Beckham. Ball is out. They're saying incomplete. They call these bang bang. It was catch and then drop.
Hey, that looked close to me, Joe, about a fumble.
Here it is earlier with Will Tye down the middle and a one-handed interception by Quentin Dunbar. And that's what led to this. Beckham on the sideline and gets whacked by the kicking net. They're slamming his helmet into the edge of it. You're right, that was close.
Close. He made a move. I mean, that's what they're looking for. And I'm surprised maybe that wouldn't take a look at that one.
Third down and 10. Pass is caught. That's Beckham, but he's short of a first down. As Josh Norman tells you, it's fourth down, and the field goal unit has to come on here to try to regain the lead. Beckham, for the 16th time in 30 career games, is over 100 yards receiving. And it's been a good second half. Frustrating at times for Beckham, but it's helped keep his team afloat.
Well, I've never been around a great receiver who wasn't pretty emotional, you know, in these types of games and wanting the ball in critical situations, and Beckham's no different.
Low snap, good hold by Brad Wynn. And that was as much number 9 holding it as it was Brown knocking the 30-yarder through. Norman's hitting everything today. Back on top are the Giants by 1.
You sound like a man who is afraid that I am dead right.
You talk about the Cowboys and the Patriots like they're like your kids. What am I missing?
This is the place to be.
You won't listen.
I do not hate LeBron James. In fact, I like him. I don't like it.
I love it.
That's the hottest seat in sports media. This is undisputed.
Meet the new face of late-night sports talk, Katie Nolan.
Hold for applause. Oh, I don't read that part? Because it's my show.
As she rounds up the week in sports and beyond.
If you weren't paying attention, you're paying attention now.
Where unfiltered sports talk meet late-night comedy.
You learn new things on garbage time. What else are you going to do Wednesdays at 11:30? On second thought, don't answer that. I don't want to know.
Garbage Time with Katie Nolan. Wednesday at 11:30 on FS1.
How was your first day back?
Uneventful. Kind of boring, to be honest.
Uh-huh.
Some may call it. I don't use such braggadocious words. I simply called it Tuesday.
I can't wait to hear about Wednesday.
Baby.
Lethal Weapon. Wednesday on Fox.
All the wins, all the stolen bases, no hitters, and walk-offs. Doesn't mean anything now, because the only thing that matters is October.
Taking another couple looks at that catch, no catch with Odell Beckham. I think you'll agree that it was a good no challenge by Jay Gruden. We'll show it to you going to break unless something crazy happens here. The 4th lead change in this second half. That's the Giants on top by 1. The drive will start at the 25 for Kirk Cousins. Here's that no catch by Beckham moments ago before the field goal. All part of the process of the catch. Good no challenge. Giants have a 1-point lead.
Son of Zorn!
I know you haven't had the best relationship with your dad, but he's making an effort to...
Oh, nuts! The window was up! I was hoping to hit you in the face! Zorn.
Zorn?
Zorn. Zorn, defender of Zephyria, decapitator
Yeah,
of the
I
Earth
know
with a grip.
Zorn. It was my last name, too.
I missed this.
Son of Zorn premieres tonight on Fox.
I mean, isn't that how it's always been? Lucius and Cookie, you and me against this crazy...
Excuse my interruption.
Fox Wednesdays.
That man was being so polite.
I don't trust polite people, stupid.
Empire returns to its glorious over-the-top form.
He is fine. So clean shaven, slick talking, acting all holier than thou. Get out of here.
Only other person I ever seen her go off on like that is you.
Empire, Wednesday on Fox.
I'm just working really hard right now to be one of the guys. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. How did I end up with a bunch of microphones in my face and everyone wanting my opinion?
You're early.
You to work harder than everyone else.
So how about we all start working as hard as her? We're gonna shock the world. And yeah, we're gonna do it with a pretty girl in the dugout.
All-new pitch this Thursday on Fox.
You sound like a man who is afraid that I am dead right.
You talk about the Cowboys and the Patriots like they're like your kids.